Gisele Caroline Bündchen is a Brazilian model, activist, and businesswoman who was born on July 20, 1980. Bündchen has been one of the world's highest-paid models since 2001. She was the 16th richest woman in the entertainment sector in 2007, and she topped Forbes' list of top-earning models in 2012. Forbes named Bündchen the 89th most powerful woman in the world in 2014. Vogue lauded Bündchen with bringing in a seductive, healthy aesthetic with curves and a golden tan in 1999, effectively ending the heroin chic era of modeling. From 2000 through mid-2007, Bündchen was a Victoria's Secret angel and had signed the company's largest contract to date. She is credited with popularizing the horse walk, a stomping movement performed by a model raising her knees high and kicking her feet to stride. Claudia Schiffer referred to Bündchen as the last remaining supermodel in 2007. Bündchen has graced nearly 1,200 magazine covers. At the 2005 Teen Choice Awards, Bündchen was nominated for Choice Movie Female Breakout Star and Choice Movie Villain for her supporting role in Taxi, 2004. She had a supporting role in The Devil Wears Prada, 2006, and was the executive producer of Giselle and the Green Team, an educational environmental animation, from 2010 to 2011. In 2016, she co-starred alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Emmy Award-winning documentary series Years of Living Dangerously, in the episode, Fueling the Fire. Save the Children, the Red Cross, and Doctors Without Borders are among Bündchen's charity organizations. Since 2009, she has served as a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations Environment Programme. Gisele Bündchen family and early life. Bündchen is a sixth-generation German-Brazilian, born in Horizontina, Rio Grande do Sul, South Region, Brazil, to Vanya, née Nonnenmacher, a bank clerk pensioner, and Valdir Bündchen, a sociologist and writer. Her grandpa, Walter Bündchen, was formerly mayor of the town. Raquel, Graziella, Gabriela, Rafaela, and Patricia, her fraternal twin, were her 5 sisters. The family was devout Roman Catholics. Bündchen learned German in school but claims to have forgotten it after being out of contact with it, though her parents still speak German. She speaks English, Italian, Spanish, and a little French in addition to her native Portuguese. Bündchen wanted to be a volleyball player, but at their mother's persuasion, she enrolled in a modeling training with her sisters Patricia and Gabriela in 1993 in the hopes of correcting her terrible posture. Following the completion of the course, the girls were taken on a journey to key cities in Brazil, where she was noticed by elite model management at a shopping center in São Paulo. Bündchen was chosen for the Elite Model Look, formerly known as Look of the Year, national competition, where she finished second. Bündchen went to São Paulo in early 1995, at the age of 14, to begin her modeling career. Her first break came in 1996, during New York Fashion Week. Gisele Bündchen career. 1997 to 2000, career beginnings. In 1997, Bündchen came to London and auditioned for 43 programs, but she only appeared in 2 international shows. Because of her ability to walk in tall heels on a slippery catwalk, Alexander McQueen chose her for his spring 1998 ready-to-wear show, Rain. In 1998, Bündchen appeared in campaigns for Missoni, Chloe, Dolce & Gabbana, Valentino, Gianfranco Ferré, Ralph Lauren, and Versace. She appeared on the cover of Vogue Paris, her first cover of British Vogue, and ID, which profiled a girl called Giselle. Bündchen quit Elite Model Management in 1999 to join IMG Models after becoming disillusioned with the work climate at Elite. She appeared on her first group Vogue cover with fellow supermodels Kate Moss, Amber Valletta, Christy Turlington, Iman, Lauren Hutton, Naomi Campbell, Stephanie Seymour, Claudia Schiffer, Lisa Taylor, Paulina Porizkova, Carolyn Murphy, and Patty Hansen, in addition to her first American Vogue cover in July 1999, termed The Comeback of the Sexy Model. In December of that year, she appeared on a solo American Vogue cover for the second time. In 1999, she was named VH1 Vogue Model of the Year. Noting that Bündchen was shooting 5 major campaigns at the age of 18, New York Magazine editor Sally Singer referred to Bündchen as a uber, not super, model. When she was named the most beautiful girl in the world, in 2000, she became the 4th model to appear on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. The same year, Vogue's online model encyclopedia named Bündchen the world's hottest model, claiming she pioneered a new category, the Brazilian bombshell. 2000 to 2009, modeling breakthrough, international success, and acting debut. Bündchen was featured on 37 international Vogue covers in 2000, including 3 in the American issue. Bündchen was on the covers of both the American and British editions of Vogue in January 2000. George Clooney appeared in the June edition. She opened presentations for Marc Jacobs, Michael Kors, Dolce & Gabbana, Christian Dior, and Valentino during Spring 2000 Fashion Week in New York, Milan, and Paris. Bündchen appeared in every Dolce & Gabbana fashion ad from 1998 to 2003, for a total of 11 consecutive ads with the company. She reappeared as the face of the brand's fragrance, The One, in advertisements from 2006 to 2009. Bündchen announced her retirement from the runway after obtaining a lucrative contract with Victoria's Secret. Bündchen wore Victoria's Secret's fantasy bra, the Red Hot Fantasy Bra, in 2000, which was valued $15 million and was recognized in Guinness World Records as the most costly underwear ever manufactured. In 2005, Bündchen donned the $12.5 million Sexy Splendor Fantasy Bra, which was the second most costly bra ever created. She appeared on another American Vogue cover in 2004, alongside Daria Werbowy, Natalia Vodianova, Isabelle Fontana, Karolina Kurkova, Leah Khabib, Hannah Sukapova, Gemma Ward, and Karen Elson. W, Allure, GQ, Forbes, Marie Claire, Time, Vanity Fair, Esquire, and the Pirelli calendar have all featured Bündchen on their covers. Bündchen co-starred in the 2004 adaptation of Taxi starring Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon, and she played Serena in The Devil Wears Prada in 2006. Time magazine named Bündchen one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2007. Bündchen was photographed by Mario Testino for the cover of Vanity Fair's style issue in September 2007. She was on the cover of Vogue in 2008 alongside NBA player LeBron James, who, at the time, was one of only 3 men to ever appear on the cover, along with Clooney. Some attacked the cover for depicting the fictional movie monster King Kong holding actress Fay Wray, which they saw as propagating racial stereotypes. Forbes ranked her 53rd on their list of the most powerful celebrities in 2007. Gisele Bündchen made an estimated £152 million, about $197 million, from Ipanema, with more than 250 million pairs sold in 2010. Bündchen ended her contract with Victoria's Secret in May 2007, describing the choice as the end of a chapter in her career. She would later admit in her 2018 memoir that she departed because she felt less at ease walking the runway in only a bikini or thong. The New York Daily News named Bündchen the 4th most powerful person in the fashion world in August 2008. 2009 to 2011, continued success. In May 2009, The Independent named Bündchen the biggest fashion celebrity in history. Bündchen was photographed for the 11th time on the cover of American Vogue in April 2010. In an unexpected cameo, Bündchen closed Balenciaga's 2010 presentation. She came in 3rd place on Models.com's Money Girls list and 2nd place on the Sexiest Models list. Bünchen was named one of the top accomplished women entertainers by CEO World Magazine in 2011. She was voted 95th in FHM magazine's list of the 100 sexiest women in the world in 2011. Bünchen was awarded the world's richest supermodel in 2007. On April 11, 2008, a black and white photograph of Bünchen taken by Irving Penn was auctioned off for $193,000. The painting was one of hundreds from Gert Elfering's collection that were auctioned off at Christie's International in New York. Bünchen's photograph fetched the highest price. By 2010, she had appeared on the covers of 2 Vogue Shape issues, more than any other celebrity or model. She was named No. 45 on FHM Australia's list of the 100 sexiest women in the world in 2011. Bünchen was voted No. 25 on Men's Health's list of the 100 hottest women of all time in 2011. In an unexpected appearance during Paris Fashion Week, Bünchen ended the 2011 Givenchy Spring-Summer Fashion Show. That same year, Bünchen launched eco-friendly Seja Pure Skincare, an all-natural skincare product line. In 2011, she featured on more Vogue covers than any other model or celebrity. Her July 2011 Vogue Brazil cover, which was photographed in the Amazon, sold 70,743 copies, making it the magazine's best-selling issue. Pantene shampoo sales jumped by 40% in Latin America after Bünchen began marketing the brand in early 2011. 2012 present, modeling campaigns and music endeavors. Bünchen appeared in 3 Versace, Givenchy, and Salvatore Ferragamo spring campaigns in 2012. In 2012, she became the face of Banco do Brasil's first worldwide advertising campaign. Bünchen was named to Time's all-time 100 fashion figures list in April 2012, which highlighted the most influential fashion icons since 1923. To commemorate the magazine's 120th anniversary in August 2012, Vogue featured Bünchen as one of the 10 ladies who had appeared on the most covers. In 2012, Bünchen appeared in 5,600 ads in Brazil. In August 2012, she took over as the face of David Yurman from Kate Moss. Peter Lindbergh photographed her for the fall 2012 campaign. Bünchen had been on 120 Vogue covers by 2012. She holds the record for the most covers of Vogue Brazil. Bünchen was named the face of Chanel's Les Beiges cosmetics range in February 2013. Mario Testino photographed the campaign. Marc Jacobs chose Bünchen, Catherine Deneuve, Sofia Coppola, Fan Bingbing, Caroline de Maigret, and Edie Campbell as his muses for Louis Vuitton's Spring/Summer 2014 campaign. Bünchen was named Pantene's ambassador in December 2013, with a 4-year contract for $4 million. Ms. Bünchen during the 2016 Summer Olympics opening ceremony in Rio de Janeiro. Bünchen contributed a cover of the Kinks' All Day and All of the Night to H&M's 2013 charity drive. She contributed to H&M's 2014 charity effort by recording a rendition of Blondie's 1979 classic, Heart of Glass, with French music producer and DJ Bob Sinclair, on which she was credited as Giselle. The single reached the top of the charts in France, Germany, Spain, Austria, and Belgium. Bünchen was named Chanel No. 5 spokesman in May 2014. Bünchen appeared in 17 international editions of Elle during the first quarter of 2014, including the Brazilian, German, Italian, Canadian, Japanese, and Chinese editions. In September 2014, Under Armour signed Bünchen to a multi-year contract. In 2014 and 2015, Bünchen featured in more television commercial spots in Brazil than any other Brazilian celebrity in a single year. Bünchen getting ready for the 2017 Met Gala. Bünchen was named the model who made the greatest money from June 2014 to June 2015 in the 2015 Guinness World Records book. Bünchen's $700 Taschenbuch, produced to commemorate her 20th year in the industry, sold out in one day. Bunchen had participated in over 550 ad campaigns, 2,000 magazine covers, 3,500 magazine editorials, and 800 fashion shows by 2015. On the 5th of August 2016, Bunchen appeared at the Moroccan Stadium during the opening ceremony of the Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. In 2012, Forbes rated Bunchen 61st on its list of the world's most powerful celebrities. In May 2012, Forbes rated her 4th on the list of the world's most powerful Latino celebrities. In 2013, she was named No. 5 on Forbes's list of the top 10 most powerful businesswomen in Brazil. In 2013, Bunchen's Ipanema sandals sold around 25 million pairs per year, accounting for more than 60% of Grendine's yearly exports of around $250 million. Bunchen secured a contract with Under Armour in 2014, which is reportedly comparable to professional athlete endorsement income and exceeds her previous Victoria's Secret contract. Under Armour CEO Kevin Plank stated in 2016 that the company's women's brand sales have increased as a result of its affiliation with Bunchen. Gisele published Lessons: My Path to a Meaningful Life in 2018, which became a New York Times bestseller and was the best-selling book in Brazil for almost 6 months in the non-fiction category. Her book's earnings benefited humanitarian and environmental issues. It was reported in February 2021 that Bunchen was leaving IMG Models after 22 years and that her twin sister, Patricia, would take over as her manager. Gisele Bunchen public image. According to a survey done by the Brazilian magazine Caprico in September 2000, 86% of Brazilian youngsters desire to be fashion models. Bunchen's interest in modeling was linked to Caprico. By 2014, Forbes ranked Bunchen as the 89th most powerful woman in the world. According to Forbes Brazil, Bunchen was the No. 2 biggest Brazilian celebrity in 2015 in terms of media presence and influence in Brazil. In a 2006 Elle poll, more than half of American stylists said Bunchen had the best hair in Hollywood. According to a February 2008 study of more than 20,000 plastic surgeons in 84 countries, Bunchen was the celebrity most referenced for patients having surgery done on their abdomens and hair, and the second most mentioned celebrity for patients having work done on their breasts. In 2009, Bunchen was ranked second in Vanity Fair's poll of the world's most beautiful. According to the 14th annual Famed Hottest Looks survey, Bunchen's physique was the most coveted female body in January 2011. In 2011, Bunchen was one of 3 women to appear on AskMen.com's annual Most Desirable Women list for 10 years in a row. Bunchen is ranked 4th on Forbes Brazil's list of the top 100 most powerful Brazilian celebrities. Bunchen was placed No. 89 on Forbes's list of the 100 most powerful women in the world in May 2014, the only model on the list. In November 2014, Forbes Brazil placed Bunchen 5th among the top 25 Brazilian celebrities, bringing her up to 2nd in 2015. In February 2012, Vogue Italia dubbed Bunchen the King Midas of fashion, claiming that companies that invest in her get the benefits of her representation. An Esprit public awareness campaign starring Bunchen increased consumer awareness by 9% in Germany and 19% in China. In 2016, Bunchen appeared in the documentary The Beginning of Life, which demonstrated that a person's early years shape their life and that one of the most significant advancements in neuroscience is the realization that babies are much more than a genetic load. Gisele Bunchen philanthropy. Bunchen's main focus has been social and environmental problems throughout the 2000s. She has also backed the breast cancer campaign's efforts to teach women how to perform a breast self-exam. Gisele Bunchen charitable activities. Bunchen made a $150,000 donation to Brazil's Zero Hunger program. She created a limited edition necklace version for Harper's Bazaar, which was handcrafted by jewelers Gumucci and Fils and sold to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. An iPod autographed by Boonchun and filled with her personal playlist was auctioned off, with the money going to Music Rising, a 2005 effort that aims to replace musicians' lost or destroyed instruments in the Gulf Coast region following storm disasters. In 2006, Boonchun was named the face of American Express's product Red affiliated card. A part of the credit card proceeds are donated to HIV/AIDS victims in Africa. During the same year, she participated in the I Am African fundraising effort to make AIDS medication available throughout Africa. In 2009, she featured on 30 international Elle covers wearing product Red apparel and posing with products from firms who support its purpose. In 2007, Boonchun founded the Luz Foundation, a project aimed at empowering girls and assisting them in dealing with self-esteem difficulties. Boonchun auctioned off a collection of diamonds in 2008 to help the Diamond Empowerment Fund, a non-profit organization that supports education projects in regions where diamonds are a natural resource. The collection included the $2 million to $4 million Punahalo diamonds, a 6-carat diamond ring for $120,000 to $150,000, and a 3.35-carat Sabadini diamond ring worth $15,000 to $20,000. After witnessing the destruction caused by the earthquake, she gave $1.5 million to the Red Cross to fund the recovery effort in Haiti in 2010. Boonchun was ranked 14th on the Giving Back Fund's list of 30 celebrities who made the highest charitable gifts in 2011. Boonchun, along with former President Bill Clinton, participated in an event in 2010 that linked Pantene and the Children's Safe Drinking Water program to deliver clean water to those in need. Boonchun and Indonesian singer-songwriter Anggun announced the Healthy Hair for Healthy Water program's launch at a P&G reception in New York City in conjunction with the 2010 Clinton Global Initiative. Boonchun also attended the Brazil Foundation's 8th annual gala, which raised funds to combat the difficulties that disadvantaged communities in Brazil confront. Boonchun designed an exclusive SIG water bottle design, with proceeds benefiting WaterCan NGO, a Canadian humanitarian organization that delivers clean water, toilets, and hygiene knowledge to the world's poorest people. Boonchun established the Luz Alliance Fund in 2020, in collaboration with the Brazil Foundation, with a grant of 1 million reals. To mitigate the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, the fund supports the purchase of hygiene kits, food, and financial help to families in Brazil through 8 different humanitarian organizations and emergency response activities. Boonchun and her husband Brady collaborated with Wheels Up to contribute 10 million meals to Feeding America for their Meals Up program, as well as helped fund thousands of meals for Feeding Tampa Bay and the Greater Boston Food Bank to combat food insecurity. Boonchun also participated in the All In Challenge by donating a picture shoot experience with her in New York, with all sales benefiting Feeding America, Meals on Wheels, World Central Kitchen, and No Kid Hungry. Gisele Boonchun environmental work. After visiting an Amerindian community in Brazil's Xingu region and witnessing firsthand the hardships those communities were facing as a result of water pollution and deforestation, Boonchun realized she needed to do something to assist bring attention to social and environmental issues. She pushed for the cause and has funded several projects over the years, particularly those involving forests and water in the Amazon and Atlantic rainforests. In 2007, she signed a "Hotter Than I Should Be" t-shirt for the Worldwide Fund for Nature, which was auctioned off on eBay to benefit the charity's effort to raise awareness about the causes and effects of climate change. Boonchun returned to her hometown of Horizontina in 2008, where she and her family created Progetto Aqua Limpa, Clean Water Project, which fosters the rehabilitation of riparian vegetation and the region's microbasins. Following her 2008 American photo cover, more than 1 million trees were planted in her honor to promote Forests of the Future, a project to aid in the reforestation of the Brazilian Atlantic forest. In May 2009, Boonchun co-hosted the Rainforest Alliance's annual dinner honoring sustainability leaders. Bunchen got the Global Environmental Citizen Award in May 2011 in appreciation of her environmental activities. At the 2011 International Green Awards, held at the Natural History Museum in London in November 2011, she was named Greenest Celebrity. Every year, Bunchen gives the revenues from the sale of her Ipanema sandals to a new charity. Since 2006, Bunchen has donated a portion of the proceeds from her sandal sales to environmental projects such as Yikatu Xingu, which means Save the Good Water of Xingu. The project intended to recover and conserve springs and headwaters of the Xingu River in Brazil. In 2007, she contributed to the World Wildlife Fund project, Nascentes do Brasil, and the ISA project, De Olho nos Manachie. The project supported in 2008 was Florestas do Futuro, from SOS Mata Atlântica, a reforestation program for native species recovery that contributes to water conservation and biodiversity. The Gisele Bunchen Forest was named after her, and more than 25,000 seedlings of 100 different tree species were planted in her honor, restoring more than 15 hectares of Atlantic forest. The grant was made to the Socio-Environmental Institute in 2011. She also assisted the Tamar Project, a study project and environmental protection for the 5 species of sea turtles along the Brazilian coast, in 2009. During her visit to Green Nation Fest in 2012, Bunchen placed a sapling of a sapucaia tree, an event that takes place every year during Environment Week and, that year, prior to the reality of Rio+20, Bunchen has taken part in various United Nations programs to combat climate change throughout the years. She took part in World Environment Day challenges to inspire people to take action in helping to protect the forest, animals, the green economy, and to encourage people to decrease food waste. Bunchen has attended numerous Champions of the Earth and Equator Prize events. Think, Eat, Save, a United Nations campaign against food waste, was endorsed by Bunchen in 2013. Bunchen and chef Eric Rippert appeared on The Today Show, where they demonstrated how to cook more effectively. Bunchen and her husband support the Global Earth Hour campaign, a symbolic act advocated internationally by the World Wildlife Foundation in which governments, businesses, and individuals exhibit concern for the environment by turning out their lights for 60 minutes. Bunchen joined the Rainforest Alliance's board of directors in January 2014. Later that year, as a guest of honor, she attended the Spring Annual Gala, a program that acknowledged industry champions who prioritize sustainability. Bunchen joined the SOCO Plus, the United Nations Trust Fund to End Violence Against Women cooperation in 2014 to provide women and girls around the world with financial and physical protection. SOCO craftsmen in Kenya designed a pair of handcrafted bracelets to generate funds for the charity. Bunchen's environmental activism was recognized, and she was named a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP. Bunchen has since assisted UNEP in its aim of increasing awareness and motivating action to safeguard the environment. She became a celebrity journalist for the climate change documentary series Years of Living Dangerously in 2016. In addition to utilizing her social media to spread information about the significance of protecting all kinds of life, Bunchen attended a meeting to discuss the issue at the United Nations headquarters in New York on World Wildlife Day in 2016. The theme for the day was, "Wildlife Future is in Our Hands." She also took part in the Wild for Life campaign to combat the illegal trafficking of endangered species, which won the People's Choice Award in the Green category of the 2019 Webby Awards. Kiss the Ground, a documentary directed by Bunchen, was released in 2019. The documentary focuses on a group of activists, scientists, farmers, and politicians who have banded together to form a global, regenerative agriculture movement in order to balance our climate, restore our massive water reserves, and feed the globe. Bunchen co-stars in the film with Woody Harrelson, Ian Somerhalder, Patricia Arquette, David Arquette, Tom Brady, and Jason Mraz. In recognition of Earth Day's 50th anniversary, the documentary aired at the 2020 Tribeca Film Festival in New York City. On her birthday in 2020, Bündchen announced the Viva a Vida initiative, donating funding to plant 40,000 trees in Brazil's Xingu and Araguaia rivers. Gisele Bündchen Goodwill Ambassador. In November 2008, Bündchen and her husband, Tom Brady, gave Thanksgiving dinner to over 400 job trainees at Goodwill Industries International's headquarters in Roxbury, Massachusetts. Bündchen was named a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations Environment Programme in September 2009. In January 2012, she made her first trip to Africa as a UNEP Goodwill Ambassador. As part of the Energy for All 2030 project, Bündchen visited Kenya in January 2012 to learn about the realities of energy poverty. Bündchen planted the first of 50,000 trees in Rio de Janeiro on the eve of World Environment Day in June 2012. Bündchen joined the Rainforest Alliance's board of directors in January 2014. Gisele Bündchen personal life. Bündchen was in a relationship with actor Leonardo DiCaprio from 2000 to 2005. Bündchen and DiCaprio were named to People's annual list of the world's most beautiful couples in 2004. After going through a period of despair, Bündchen decided to break her engagement with DiCaprio because she thought their lifestyles no longer matched each other, as she stated in her memoir Lessons. I was becoming increasingly conscious of things I had chosen not to look at. Was I the only one who wanted to conduct some serious soul-searching while he remained the same? In the end, the answer was, regrettably, yes. Bündchen began dating NFL quarterback Tom Brady in December 2006, after a mutual acquaintance set them up on a blind date. On February 26, 2009, the couple married in a simple ceremony at St. Monica Catholic Church in Santa Monica, California. The pair married for the second time in Costa Rica in April 2009. Bündchen and Brady have two children, Benjamin Rain, born in 2009, and Vivian Lake, born 2012. Brady's first son, born 2007, from a prior relationship with actress Bridget Moynihan as her stepson. Brady and Bündchen are Roman Catholics. Transcendental meditation is a technique used by Bündchen. She and her family follow a plant-based diet devised by their personal chef, Alan Campbell. They lived in Brookline, Massachusetts, when Tom Brady was a member of the New England Patriots, and now live in New York City part-time. They relocated to Tampa, Florida after Brady signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The pair is said to have purchased a home in Indian Creek, Florida, in December 2020. Gisele Bündchen Wealth. Bündchen was placed 60th on Forbes's list of the world's 100 most powerful women in August 2011. She was placed third on the 20 youngest power women of 2011 list at the age of 31. Forbes dubbed Bündchen and Brady the world's highest-paid celebrity couple in 2011. Bündchen was one of 4 people in the fashion business and the only model to be placed No. 83 on Forbes's list of the world's most powerful women in August 2012. In 2012, she was placed 7th on Forbes's list of entertainment's highest-paid women. In May 2011, Forbes named Bündchen the world's highest-paid model for the 5th time in a row. Bündchen disputed Forbes's figure, telling the Brazilian website M. de Muller that the inflated estimations have landed her in the sights of the Internal Revenue Service. Bündchen was named 3rd on Forbes's ranking of the 16 most successful female entrepreneurs in 2013. Bündchen's 2016 earnings were projected by Forbes to be $30.5 million. From 2002 through 2017, Bündchen was the highest-paid model in the world.